This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking football, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles. 25 Whistles.
Hey, welcome to the show, Eddie.
Sit hut.
Are you watching?
No, I'm just trying different things. Do you not like that one?
I feel like you're just watching like Hard Knocks.
Oh, dude, I cannot stop watching Hard Knocks. Now I'm all caught up on Hard Knocks, and I'm sucked back in, dude.
So the Bears gonna win the Super Bowl?
Yes, every single time I watch Hard Knocks, I'm like, gosh, this team's gonna be good.
You know, it did kind of. The Lions ended up being a pretty good run for them.
That was the first time in a long time because all the other teams that they spent time with, they were never good.
I haven't watched any of the Bears one, and I'm almost refusing to watch preseason. And here's why: I'll watch clips, but I end up making fantasy football decisions based off preseason.
Oh, dude.
And so I can't. And I've done it too many times where I've made stupid 4th or 5th round picks in my fantasy league based on somebody I've played well in preseason against absolute vanilla defense.
Yeah.
So unless it is a cool highlight, I'm just not watching the game.
You're not even watching the first quarter just to kind of see like the starters play a little bit?
It affects me too much. And I've learned my lesson. And so I'm not a serious sports guy anyway. I mean, I love it. We talk about it, but nobody's coming here for analytics. I just want to run my freaking fantasy team.
You know what I saw yesterday? Brock Purdy play like crap. It was awesome. It was awesome, dude. I mean, when he had again, his line's really good. So when he has protection, it's like ding, 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 completion. But as soon as he gets on the run, dude, he's trash. It was awesome.
You're a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Two things here. One, you're a Cowboys fan. And two, it's preseason. Nothing matters.
I know.
Didn't Trey Lance play good?
Trey Lance is killing it.
Right. That's my point.
Exactly.
And like, is Trent Williams even playing? You know? No, of course he's not.
No.
So none of that matters. I can't watch. I've not watched Hard Knocks, not for the same reason.
So Hard Knocks is like you learn that Caleb, kind of a cool dude. He's got like a kind of I don't know. You would think he was the number one pick. He's got a lot of nerves going in, but he's not. He's very confident in himself, which is cool, dude. And his receiving core is way better than I thought.
How? But
I just forgot that all those guys were on the team.
even their first round pick, Rome Odunze, who's coming from Washington, who is probably their third or fourth receiver.
Yeah, DJ Moore. I mean, you got Keenan Allen. I just forgot.
Cole
And
Kmet.
then- Kmet. And then Simone Biles' husband's on the team. That's kind of cool. I learned that on Hard Knocks. He missed the first week of preseason.
'Cause he was with her.
To go to the Olympics.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, though.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
And then our boy Austin Reed, he's on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Western
From
Kentucky.
the Lakers?
No, not that guy.
Oh, different. Oh,
Austin Reed.
really?
Yeah.
I still have his the ball he signed and gave me.
I have a glove that he signed.
Is he going to make the team?
I don't know. Right now he's the third guy. Right now he's the third guy fighting for the third spot.
I've not watched any of it, so I do not know. I know I watched John Reese Plumlee. He was the Steelers. I think he's their third quarterback. And, we did that with UCF with him.
Yeah.
Went down with him.
Cooper Beebe, he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's doing well.
They got him as center.
They do?
Yeah.
He should play.
Yeah.
Significant minutes. I don't know if he's going to start. He might. I don't know. You're a Cowboys fan. He going to play?
I mean, I think he will play. I think he's our center, and that's what they have him doing now.
Cooper Beebe, for those wondering, is the athlete we worked with at Kansas State, who was an All-American, who was awesome. I pushed him around a little bit, if I'm being honest.
Well, we didn't push
Yeah.
at all. I think he let us push him.
Mm-hmm. But you're in. Your Hard Knocks in. Your Cowboys in.
Oh, dude, I'm so in. It's awesome. It's so cool to just see. And I'm trying to watch as much football as I can, first quarter at least, just to kind of see how everyone's kind of playing. It's just fun to watch, man.
I agree it's fun to watch, but what do you mean to see how everybody's playing? Because you just gave us two examples of how people are playing that aren't indicative at all.
No. I told you, Brock Purdy, he's going to suck again.
And
it's
then,
awesome.
But
Again?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance is awesome.
Right.
So if that goes down, I'd forget Cooper Rush and go straight to Trey Lance, man. It's just cool to see. As a Cowboys fan, I have not seen our quarterback scramble like that. And it's so cool to see Trey Lance run the ball.
But that's not even what you want.
What do you mean?
If they're having a scramble, it means they have no protection.
I get it, but
Or they're scared.
But it
yeah.
happens. It happens to the best lines. Somebody sneaks through, a blitz comes in. You just want
You
your
have
quarterback.
cowboy color glasses on. That's fine. It's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm just, it is what
Dude,
it is.
we're here though, and it's so exciting.
Everybody thinks the Cowboys are going to suck, though.
Yeah, just because CD's not signed yet. I get it. There's a lot of what ifs out there.
I don't think so. I bet them to win the Super Bowl only because I was pressured to.
Still a good bet, man.
They lost Gilmore now.
Yeah, I saw
They
that.
did.
Where did he go?
He signed a 1-year deal with like
Minnesota.
somebody north, Minnesota. Yeah, one of those cold teams.
Yeah.
And I like how the agents. It was like Gilmore signs a 1-year, $10 million deal, but $7 million's guaranteed with incentives. So not really a $10 million deal, but 7 and some change.
What's crazy too on Hard Knocks is, they run through some of the rookies and they go up and talk in front of the team, and before they talk, they got to say what their signing bonus was. And with Caleb,
I saw that clip.
Yeah, and Caleb's 25.5 million or whatever. Oh, crazy! And this other guy comes up and he's like, 20,000.
But the other guy started for him for a while last year.
Yeah.
His dad's arm wrestling. Remember him?
No.
He's that big CrossFit. His dad was like champion arm wrestling.
Oh no, I don't know.
So you're not really following anything other than that episode. You remember last year at all with the Bears? Okay.
No. Is he the same guy? So who watched Hard Knocks?
Badgett? You're talking about Badgett, right? I haven't watched. I've just seen clips. I don't have HBO.
Oh, okay. No, I was just talking about another guy. I think he's a defensive lineman, maybe.
They were talking about Badgett when he's like freaking out when Caleb says $25 million.
Yeah, no, that's not who I was talking about. It's another guy that he only.
I only saw the clip, dude.
You didn't watch it. It's good.
I got too many shows.
But it's only 2 episodes.
I don't want to make fantasy. Actually, I don't make fantasy decisions based off that crap.
I get that.
Dang.
Because I like win my leagues.
What? How do you do that though?
I only play in 2 leagues. Usually only play in 1, but I have 2 close friends. And I either win my league or I'm in the top 4 every time, every year, always.
Top 4, is that a thing?
Well, it's because you get to the playoffs and then you just kind of shake it and let's see what's up.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm always in the playoffs. I'll jinx it this year and I won't be. But yes, I either win the league or I'm in the top 3 or 4 every year. And I can't be dicking around. Take it seriously.
Is that because you're good at trading and making deals?
It's because I'm a hawk on the freaking waiver wire. Like I'm looking to see who's actually getting to play or who's hurt or having handcuffs to backs or that type stuff.
Okay.
That's probably why. Nobody really trades with me anymore because I'm always trying to get a good deal.
Yeah, because you swindle.
That's not swindling.
Do you guys do a lot of trading in your leagues? We don't
Nah.
ever trade.
There's mid. Used to be a lot when people would trade with me a lot. I'd give them like 7 players for 1.
Well, but yeah, the trades are so dumb. Like you get like these. Oh, you got to give me these 2 starters, and I'll give you these 3 trash players. I'm like, that's a dumb trade.
But nobody makes those. There's not a lot of trading anymore.
Yeah.
But the difference is if you have a bunch of players that are hurt, sometimes you have to take 4 mid players and give up 1 really good with a mid just to fill your roster. Where guys like Eddie will just die and not make any decisions instead of trying to improve his team and then
It's hope.
and then yell at somebody who's making a trade to try to better their team and make fun of them while he's also in 12th place.
My problem is I start feeling like they're real humans, and I'm just like, I don't want to hurt their feelings.
I
Like,
do
let
that
me
with
just-
video game characters.
Let me just see what they can do.
Unlike NCAA, I'll be like some guy named Wilson who's not even a real player. I'm like, man, he signed really early.
He's depending on me.
Like he committed early, so I'm really gonna let him
You
play.
get emotionally attached.
I
to
do.
these
Fantasy
guys.
players, it's so stupid.
Oh man,
You convince them.
I've
to
never
leave.
heard that.
All right, let's go to the tittle tattle. Here we go.
It's time for the stupidest name ever. It's the tittle tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
We just spent a couple days in New York City, and I was wondering, where does that city rank on your big city list?
In what way? Like, did I enjoy?
Yeah, like where do you enjoy going the most or least?
I mean, I don't love going to New York. It's just so much, and it's a lot of everything.
Honking.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Chicago at 1, but I think what affects that a bit is I'm a massive Cubs fan. But if it's not winter, anytime other than winter, I do like Chicago, and I like Boston a lot.
Great cities.
Let's just remove winter from any conversation whatsoever.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go anywhere in the winter. Chicago and Boston are up there. I don't really like going to LA. It's too far. First of all, I got to get on a freaking 4-hour flight.
Well, forget the distance.
No, because it's part of it.
It is?
Sure.
If you're taking weather out of it, distance should be out of it too.
He asked me the question.
Good point. Answer the question, Bones.
Takes me longer to recoup when I'm there, and then I'm car sick the whole time because traffic's terrible. So I'm going to go Chicago, Boston, and that's kind of it in the A tier. In the B tier,
Didn't you like Sioux Falls or something?
that's not a major city.
That's a capital or something, isn't it?
They don't have over 1 million people. That's not even that's not even a medium city.
It's nice though over there, huh?
I would say Atlanta. I like Atlanta. I think Atlanta gets a bad rap sometimes. Miami. I don't like Miami that much.
Oh, Miami's cool, dude.
not really.
happening.
Not really for me. I'd probably put New York in the mid tier, then Miami, and I'd put Dallas in the mid tier.
Mm.
Like major markets. I'm going major markets. Like one's New York, two's LA, 3 Chicago, 4 San Francisco, 5 I think is Houston, Dallas is in that, Boston, all those are the top 10 cities.
What do you do in Dallas?
Win MVPs of All-Star, Celebrity
Ooh.
All-Star.
Oh, that'll help. That'll help.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then
should
just
boost
spent a
it
bunch
up.
of time there because I lived in Austin forever and Six Flags when I was a kid. Church went down there once a year.
Yeah.
So A tier is going to be Chicago and Boston. B tier is going to be Dallas, Atlanta, New York can be in the mid tier. C tier is going to be Miami, Los Angeles, Houston.
Houston dead last.
I don't mind. It just depends what's up with Houston.
Like what you're going there for?
Yeah, if I'm going to like get robbed
Oh, number one then.
or like have somebody pull a gun on me on the highway. If that's why we're like, let's go on a trip to get our guns pulled on us. Yeah, cool. But I don't mind. Houston's fine. I've spent a bunch of time there because again, from Austin, we go over draw Astro
fine.
games. It's fine. That would be my answer there. What else you got?
All right, college football kicking off this weekend. Do you think DJU at Florida State will finally live up to his hype coming out of high school?
I can enjoy you didn't try to say his last name.
Uyangalele.
And you did try. You got it there. I don't know. He's been 3 places this time, right? Clemson, and then he went up Northwest. Played at one of those schools, right?
Yeah, Oregon State.
Yeah. And all those are like funny to me now. They're all the same except for Oregon, which we've been to. We haven't been to Washington yet, but we did have the coach on.
Jed.
Yeah, Jed, correct.
Jed?
You got it.
Been practicing that one.
I don't know. I don't know. It's his third school. Like there's something happening, or he wouldn't be at his third school. That to me is the big indicator of it's something more than just his ability to throw a football. So just based on that, he was in the same class as Bryce Young, which is crazy.
And like, yeah,
Like that's
Bryce's feel like he's. I mean, it's only been 1 year, but it feels like he's been in the league for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Compared
It was a
to
long
D,
season.
You're
DJ's
right.
still-
Bryce has only been up one. It's his second year though, and this kid's still in college.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
I think he will live up to his hype? I'm gonna go no because obviously there's something happening more than just his ability to play ball. Because they brought him in after at Clemson after Trevor Lawrence, right? Wasn't he the next guy up?
Mm-hmm.
And he just wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So nah, pass. Next.
Okay. Which
That's funny, Reed.
Is that funny?
Yeah, that's funny.
Which play impressed you more over the weekend? Caleb Williams and his game, or Patrick Mahomes and behind the back pass?
You didn't watch? Did you watch those?
I saw clips of all that. Yeah. No, dude, I'm fresh on clips. Like I got them all up here. I've seen all the clips. The thing that was hilarious to me about the Caleb Williams is Bears fans and even some media, and I understand they're click chasing a bit. They're like, it's the greatest. Look at this. He's the number one. No Bears quarterback has ever. Justin Fields did all this crap last year. All the ducking a tackle, scrambling right, backflip left, run it. Justin Fields did all of this. I'm not saying he's Justin Fields, but they're acting like the stuff Caleb Williams is doing is new and exciting for Chicago, unlike anything they've ever had. That part of the game they'd had. So I thought that I still think Caleb Williams is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Got a pretty good offensive line, a lot of weapons, good defense, pretty good defense. The Patrick Mahomes thing was just funny, and they're just like, it's preseason, let's dick around.
Yeah.
And the fact that because I was listening to an interview after, and he was like, "No, we didn't have that planned. I just did it." But if that's true, and Kelsey still caught the ball, that's pretty cool. It kind of feels like, if that's true, like that's a cool draw play, because that really wasn't a draw. He was kind of rolling to the right and kind of went beyond Kelsey. And it almost was like a screen type. It felt like a screen, but it really wasn't, I don't think.
One of those like shovel passes.
Yeah, there was a quarterback back in like the 70s or 80s, and maybe even like Jim Plunkett. You have to look it up. Who used to throw behind the back passes in games? He did a couple of those, like would chunk them. And it may not be Plunkett, but it's one of those other guys that's like, oh, I bet my grandpa saw him. But he would throw them in games.
Who's Plunkett? Who do you play for?
I'm gonna guess the Browns. I have no idea.
Okay.
I've seen him on a couple football cards.
I keep picturing Kirby Puckett.
Jim Plunkett, Packer. Nah,
Is it Jim? Is that a name?
I don't know. Plunkett feels like a plunk. Let's just name associate. Plunkett. He sounds like he'd be a Midwesterner.
Okay.
I say Raiders.
Oh, that could be
sounds
right.
I don't know why that
That
just
could be
sounds...
right. So look both up.
Okay.
One, Jim Plunkett played for.
The Patriots.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
And then who's to throw the behind the back pass?
Typed it in, and of course, all I get is Mahomes.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back on that one.
All right.
All right. So they were both fun. They don't mean anything. It's preseason. Not letting it affect my fantasy football drafting. All right, go ahead.
All right, last one. After naming Gardner Minshew the starter, were you surprised by the Raiders' decision?
No, I mean, Gardner Minshew played well with the Colts last year. He's got cool hair.
Mustache.
I feel like it was his job to lose. Aiden O'Connell is the other quarterback there. And I'm not surprised. I don't think I would have been surprised either way. But I guess I expected Minshew to take that job. I feel like if they thought Aiden O'Connell was the guy, they probably would not have brought Minshew in. Like, I think it was Minshew's to prove he wasn't the starter more than it was a straight competition. Or Minshew wouldn't have even gone there.
Yeah. You think they told him, like, hey.
He finally had a little bit of leverage for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Because he was a Pro Bowler. I mean, so we were too. Everybody gets in the Pro Bowl team.
Mm-hmm.
But he finally made the Pro Bowl, which is really cool. And so he had a little bit of leverage. It's free agent. So not surprised. Just haven't thought about it. Like, give no craps. How about that?
There we go.
Like, give zero craps. And so didn't think about it. What do you see over there?
Well, Plunkett actually was drafted by the Patriots, then went to the Raiders. That's where he went to 2 Super Bowls with.
Okay.
As far as other quarterbacks, Warren Moon. Others give Warren Moon credit. No.
For throwing behind the back.
Drew Brees. That's definitely not true.
Are you on Reddit?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah, stay on Reddit.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's the tittle tattle. Thank you.
The stupidest name ever is the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
All right, we're back. I don't like week 0. It's the first week of games, but it's only like 4 games.
Yeah. But you can bet. I like it for betting.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about here.
Yeah.
Kind of warm you up a little bit. Week 0 is kind of stupid, though. The game in Ireland's cool. I like last year, too, when they played those games. They played one in Ireland, right? Last year, too?
Yeah, I think Notre Dame
Yeah, I think
opened
so,
in
too.
Ireland.
Oh,
last year.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Was it Notre Dame, Michigan? It couldn't have been.
Ooh, no, not that big.
But I Notre Dame, Navy or something?
Something like that, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
So we got 4 games. We got Florida State versus Georgia Tech in Dublin, Ireland, Montana State at New Mexico, SMU at Nevada, and Delaware State at Hawaii. That's pretty fun if you're Delaware State.
To go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then good for us
That's
night owls, too.
Long way.
It's a long way from here. Imagine
That's what I'm
there.
saying.
Like, it's an 11-hour flight from here.
It is?
Yeah, because you got to stop.
Oof.
Or you got to go to Atlanta and then go. I've done it a few times.
You go backwards to go to Hawaii?
Well,
I go to
sometimes
LA.
sometimes to connect. You can do that too.
Yeah.
That if you go LA, it's like 4.5 and then 6 and a half,
Yeah.
and that's without even sitting there.
Ugh.
It's called a layover.
Hey, but once you get to Hawaii, dude, it's a beautiful. I love it out
A
there.
little overrated,
What?
if you ask me. I'm not a beach guy.
You're crazy,
I've
dude.
been 4 times, all for work, but I've been 4 times, and it's like, I can see just as good a beach in San Diego.
Oh, that's not true.
There aren't volcanoes and stuff, but
Isn't it cool to see the palm trees and the mountains and the?
it's just not my thing.
Okay.
Sounds like California.
Exactly. So we're gonna parlay it out. How many we have to do? We have to do 3 again
3.
on games we don't even know anything about.
Oh gosh.
It's game 0. I know nothing about it. Okay, I'm gonna pick 3 winners here,
Come on, Bones.
Do it.
You got to go Hawaii, right? Because they're not
Yeah.
traveling all that way.
and it's Delaware State. Is that even a real team?
Come on.
Okay, we're gonna go Hawaii. Money line.
That's the process.
It's just week 1. I'm not loose.
Well,
What?
the best part is there's no spread on that game.
Yeah. There's no line.
I know.
okay.
But
So
it's
just
just I'm just taking
straight
straight
up.
up
I
money
love
line.
it. Yeah.
We're taking Hawaii money line. It's Montana State at New Mexico. Montana State is a 9.5 point favorite. Okay, we're gonna win this first one. God dang it. We're taking Montana State money line.
Okay.
They're a 9.5 point favorite. They better not lose. And then SMU at Nevada.
Isn't SME supposed to be good?
Yeah, they are, and they're a 27.5 point favorite. We're gonna take SMU minus 27.5.
Okay, I thought you were doing the money line.
I was, but I feel like week 1, whenever these massive spreads happen, I usually jump on the massive spread because the teams usually run away with it.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to go SMU minus 40 because then everybody will jump on the other side. So here's what we're going to do. We're going Hawaii money line, Montana State money line, SMU minus 27.5. Dang, I didn't know I was going to nail that one that quick.
Come on, dude.
I'm already in the groove.
Let's go.
Wow. If you want to take the 25 whistles parlay, download DraftKings Sportsbook. New users Use the code Bobby Sports when you download the app. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help's available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire about 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. We're going to get over now to talk with the newest member of the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever front office, Joey G. When he came in, we read his long title. He has a very long title for the NBA. And we learned during the interview he was going to – we had no idea. We were not tipped off about this.
He thought we were messing with him.
Yes. So Joey's been working with the NBA for a while, and he went to Paris and with the NBA, and we talked a lot about that. So, again, I did not know because I said I will give $10,000 to the charity of her or the Fever's choice to go and shoot and get some shooting lessons from Caitlin Clark for an hour. And I was just kind of telling the story because we're talking about Halliburton or something. And
Tyrese.
You'll hear it all here. So I'm going to text him today because I think he just got the job.
Yeah, he hadn't even started yet.
Today.
Today he starts?
Today. That's what he said in the interview.
So he's probably in a meeting right now talking about you.
I don't know if that's the case.
to Caitlin?
Yeah, Kate, baby, come here. Yeah. But this was great because he was with the team. We did talk Olympics. We talked all this. So here he is. This is our guy, Joey G.
I have your title. I want to read the title because I couldn't remember this.
Yeah.
I was told some really wonderful things about you, but I need to read your specific title. Senior Vice President, Head of Global Event Strategy and Development, National Basketball Association.
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words. There was no chance I was going to remember that. Now, what I was told was you're freaking awesome. You activate lots of really cool things, and you were at the Olympics.
Those are all somewhat true.
Boom.
Which is enough we probably need.
We're in. Okay, so let's start with the Olympics.
Talk to me.
The Serbia game. We're down 2. They have the ball. They missed that three-pointer. Thank God. Thank God. You a little tight about that point?
Unbelievably nervous. I was with the CEO of USA Basketball, Jim Tooley. I watched him not be able to be in the room. We were pacing back and forth. What people also forget about that game was there was a 6-point play. And that 6-point play changed the entire game where we hit a 3, got fouled, and then hit a 3 again, Devin Booker. That doesn't happen in the NBA. At most, that's either a 4-point play or we're just getting a foul and the ball's going down. That changed the entire play. And so, like, under FIBA rules, that play was allowed. Doesn't happen in the NBA, and we may not win that game.
FIBA rules I liked. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know. And I was like, I'm
like the goaltending.
It's like I'm loyal to America. We hate FIBA rules. Actually, I didn't know what FIBA rules really were. I liked the pace of the game under FIBA rules.
I think there's a couple great things as a fan. One, the games are quick, right? I think that's something, our team is hyper-focused on at the NBA is how do you increase pace of play? And we think a lot about last 2 minutes, replays, all of those items. What I think FIBA showed was people love how quickly the game moves, and then it really showcases the athleticism. And you need shooters because you can pack the paint. It's a completely different game, and I think why you see so many of those international teams, guys who've been playing together since they were kids. And the challenge of our team is the greatest players on earth, but they're coming together with weeks, a month of practice. It's a really hard challenge, and to be able to win 2 gold medals for our 5-on-5 teams, really, really special. And to be on the front end from the first day of training camp in Las Vegas through the last game in Paris, like I got to see things you wouldn't expect.
Okay, talk some sense into me because as an average fan, diehard, but average fan of the NBA, college basketball, I think there are 12 players, and they're all A+. Who cares if they practice together?
Yeah.
Because you feel like if there's LeBron and KD and Steph and Ant, who cares if they practice together? They're just that good. It seems that I would not be correct with my thought process. Why is that? Why can't they just go and be awesome if they're all awesome?
I think there's a chemistry, right? Like at the end of the day, there's one ball and it's got to be shot by one person. Who takes that shot? How do they take it in the rhythm of the offense? I think you saw it from Steph, who is as the greatest shooter of all time, and he was deferring for not just a game, for weeks.
Early on, especially. He would just stand in the corner a lot.
Trying to make sure that other guys got into the rhythm of the game, and I think that's hard, right? In these other teams that have played together, our NBA teams that are playing together, who the ball is going to be, who the shot's going to go up. And I think that's a real challenge about in the flow of the offense. How do you keep everybody involved? How do you create rotations? Steve Kerr obviously got challenged all the time about who he was putting in games and when and how. And I think that's the part that doesn't just come together. You need time. And our team doesn't have that time because of the way in which the team is put together.
Looking at the coaching staff when it was Kerr and it was Spoelstra,
Yeah.
but even like Coach Few from
Gonzaga.
From Gonzaga. Like, how does he get that job? One, that's pretty cool to have a college coach there. And then two, that's so legit to go back to your college and be like, I was just with LeBron.
100%. I mean, and Ty Lue, who was there, and you think about the challenge, obviously, that we have with Kawhi Leonard, which started off the summer, and Ty Lue's his coach during the year. And to me, what was great was that each of them took a role. Spo took the offense. Ty took the defense. Few was working on inbounds plays. Steve sort of was the master across all of it. And watching these guys in practice, you forget how much they just love to coach. And what USA Basketball affords them is that there's not this huge staff like they have on an NBA team. Before the game, when Steph's doing his warm-up, you've got Spo passing him the ball. You have Spo rebounding. Like, that's taking guys back 25 years into their career. And everybody's willing to do it because they care about the flag, they care about USA, they care about this moment and winning a gold medal. And so all egos go aside.
I want to talk about Tyrese Halliburton for a second. We went and worked out with the Pacers this year. Love the organization. He didn't play.
Are you saying this on purpose?
No.
You know I'm leaving the NBA. My last day's next Friday. I'm moving to Indiana.
Really?
I feel like you're doing this on purpose.
Okay.
I did not.
I feel like you're messing with me,
No,
Bob.
wait.
I feel like you're messing with me.
am not. Well, we became a fan of the Pacers organization because we actually got to go spend time with the people to make it happen. We went to the game. I drove the little car on the court and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Now, Halliburton did get hurt that game.
that game,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
where
He
he
did
split.
get hurt.
Will you be my guest this year and come
Wait,
back?
so you're going to go work for the Pacers?
I'm going to go work for the Pacers and
What?
the Fever
I thought you said
starting
you were
on Monday.
And the Fever?
I
And the Fever starting
okay.
on Monday. So
Let me tell you this.
You were legit somebody.
Hold on.
Was this
I
LeGret?
swear to God, nobody told me, but I need to tell you what happened on my radio show yesterday. So I'm going. I swear to you, first of all, we didn't know you were going
No,
to
we did
Indiana.
not know.
This is why this is exciting to us. So I got on my show yesterday. I'm going. Coach Cal, who's now the coach at Arkansas,
Yep.
which that's my school. I'm going to go do a 30 and over adult basketball camp for a couple days. And
That's not the joke.
it's not the joke.
You
Yeah.
still got it though.
I don't. Well, I never. I'm still a MLB Celebrity All-Star game. I just won MVP at that,
Yeah.
which was super
Shout
cool.
out.
So like I still.
I listened to your radio show.
Thank you.
I'm a fan of yours.
Thank you. So I have it a little bit, just left. And so, but I don't have basketball. So what I said was, because I have been from the beginning, and everybody is, but especially me, and they can vouch, I'm the biggest Caitlin Clark fan
Okay.
He is.
for different reasons. But I said, on my show, I said I would give $10,000 to any charity. I just want an hour of shooting lessons from Caitlin. I will drive up there, and whatever charity gets the money, great. But I need to learn how to shoot from somebody I respect.
Okay.
So when you're up there,
That's his
let's
first
see if we
job.
can-
Listen, I bet I can get that done.
and whatever charity we want, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And no more than that. But I just want to learn from the best.
Great.
I don't want to learn from medium.
I mean, why would you?
Right.
Right.
So-
That's what was awesome about the Olympics.
It's
24 the best.
of the best.
Every day, yeah.
Well, so my original question was about Halliburton, who didn't play, and at the end, made the funny tweet.
Yeah.
He was like, "When you get the A in the group project." But then it turns out maybe he was hurt a little bit. And what was
Yeah.
happening there?
He had a little bit of a calf issue for sure, but obviously, I mean, listen, he's the next generation of players. I think he was brought in for two things. One, to push the pace in games where we had to play fast. And so you saw him play that. In my mind, he's the best point guard in the league, true point guard. He distributes the ball. He's pass first. But he's also got a lot of his game that he's got to get better at. He knows that. And watching him on the bench, what he was doing was picking the brain of guys like Bam Adebayo and watching KD and thinking about how LeBron practices. I will tell you from being there every day, you watch how people became great. And there are guys who play below their talent. There are guys who play to their talent, and there are guys who exceed their talent. Watching somebody like Steph Curry, I'm in awe every single day. And he was struggling. He was getting roasted in the media. And every day he put himself through a workout with his team, every single day, besides practice. This is in the summer. He doesn't have to do that. His legacy is cemented. And every single day the guy put himself through an hour workout. For somebody like Tyrese, watching that and understanding what it requires, the sacrifices to be great, as I know you have, man. I know where you came from. I know what you built, like the hours you put into this craft. That's the stuff people don't get. That's the stuff that I think things like the Olympics can showcase, is these behind-the-scenes moments where you're watching people decide to do not what is easy, not what is in their best interest, but they're sacrificing to be personally great. And that fires me up. I love every bit of that.
Two final questions, both about it. We have to be friends after this too, by the way.
I think you guys are already
No,
friends.
I do. It's like
Already.
Hey, Kevin, but you didn't tell me he was moving to Indiana, did you? He definitely didn't tell me. That's so crazy.
I feel like this
That's
is
so
Ashton
crazy.
Kutcher's colleague. I'm getting punked right now.
No. Okay, so here are my two questions. One is, the 2028 team.
Yep.
Would a guy, and I don't know how personally affected he was. I did see him like repost some stuff on his Instagram story, Tatum.
Yeah.
But he was also like 0 for 10. Like whatever side you want to hear, or 0 for 12, whatever he was from shooting.
Yeah.
Would he come back and play in the Olympics after what happened this last year?
I don't want to speak for Jason, but I mean, listen, Jason's a champion, right? He's one of the best players in the NBA, and people forget he was instrumental to the team in Tokyo. I mean, he was part of the reason why we won that Olympic gold. He's a champion on every level. So to think that he's not going to take it personal, of course he is. But to also think that that's not going to motivate him in certain ways, and that he's going to maybe, open up for an opportunity to come back and prove to the world again the credible talent he is, I certainly also wouldn't put that past Jason Tatum. I think he is a star on every level. And I'll say, from being around the team all the time, it never impacted his relationships with the guys.
Really?
And I think that is a statement of somebody that you can really admire. And obviously, I mean, listen, look at the ties. Grant Hill put the team together. He's a Duke guy. Tatum's a Duke guy, right? There's so many ties going back to these kids from when they were young players. And to be able to stomach that, to take that on is a true testament to his personality and his growth as a man.
I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna get my cell phone number from him. We're gonna be friends, even if I didn't even know you. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I will see. No, wait. I'm going to see you in Indy. I'm going to hold you.
We're Indy fans.
I literally said it on my show yesterday.
Great. So I will see you in Indy.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
done.
talk. Thank you. Yes, there he is. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
Of course, man. Appreciate it, brother.
So an update on what happened in New York. We go and we spent a few days at Fanatics Fest, which is pretty cool. They had all kind of stuff, sports, but I took this box of cards with me that I had spent a significant amount of money on, which I think we said on the show. I spent $13,000 on this box of cards.
Yeesh.
What's up?
That's terrible.
That's a lot of money. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of money. With the idea of if you hit a LeBron, a Carmelo, a Dwayne Wade, any of these cards, rookie cards, it's instantly going to pay for itself and maybe a whole lot more. But sports cards, and if you listen to the show on Friday that came out, sports cards, it's like stocks and gambling and sports all in one. And like, I get the game. I love the game. So we wait and we open the cards. And it's terrible and it's just a bunch of garbage. And I basically lost $13,000, right?
How's it all garbage?
Did you know?
I did not know that.
Yeah. It was there's like an Amari Stoudemire rookie, but altogether there's about $500 worth of cards out of a $13,000 box.
I don't like losing $13.
Right.
No, I don't like losing it either. And so we waited till day 2 at the end of the day, and we got on a table, and we shot it all, and Reed has all the video, and we'll eventually put it all up. You know what it felt like? Because I kept trying to identify it. It felt like, because the feeling felt so familiar. It felt like a big day of losing at the casino, and you just leave. And I've had plenty of those. Where you just go, and it doesn't matter red or black. It doesn't matter. You're playing blackjack. It's a craps table. You're just like, what just happened? Like,
Your stomach turns and like you just feel sick.
So another thing, let's say, Kevin, let's just hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
Let's say you and I are at the casino and let's do roulette and you take all your chips and you're like, I've had a bad day. And it's like $1,000 and you're like, I'm going to put $1,000 on red. I'm just trying to, let's go. And then it hits black. And I'm with you, right? I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
As your friend, what do you expect me to do?
Say, hey, buddy, some of us, we have tough days. Right now, you're having a tough day.
Yeah.
And I think it's just time to call it a day and live to bet, gamble, whatever it is, another day.
That or nothing. Meaning you just go, oof, let's just get out of here. Like you just,
Yeah, that too.
You just whatever.
Yeah.
I got a little irritated at Eddie because he started doing a bit immediately after I lost $13,000.
It wasn't my idea.
I saw that.
It wasn't my idea.
Mike, let me tell you what happens.
What do you do?
Yep.
So, I'm ill. Again, but it felt familiar. And also, I know the game. I didn't get in going, I have to win or life is good. I know the game. I've been playing this game for a long time. And sometimes you just lose. And it's also okay if for like an hour, you're like, that sucked. A week, you're like, that sucked. No, a week's probably too much. Don't play the game if it's a week. So, regardless. And it's all relative to where you are financially. Doing pretty good right now, or I wouldn't be buying a $13,000 box of cards. So we open it, we wait for 2 days, and Reed had bought like a $20 box of baseball cards earlier, and he was just going to take them home, do whatever with. And so I'm sitting here, and I'm opening these cards, and one by one, I'm pulling them out, and it's just dog crap after dog crap, which two things are going to happen. Either I'm about to hit big because it's been all dog crap, and they're waiting to put the big card, because that happens at times, or it's just a garbage box. Or back in the day, that wasn't a garbage box, like a Stoudemire, an auto Stoudemire or a Steve Nash, it wasn't autoed, is a big thing. And so I get to it, and I pull the last card, and it's nothing. And I now realize I went through a whole box of cards, possibly valued at $500, so down 12.5. I end up giving all the cards away anyway. I was so pissed off. I know the game, though, right? I don't feel like I've been targeted by God. I don't feel like anything happened to me, it wouldn't happen to anybody else. But also, like the day before, Grant Williams, who we had on, you'll hear an interview with him next couple of days, he had never opened a box. He bought one for like $10,000. He had a $100,000 Luka.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm like, totally like, I'm about to do this too. So I go through all through my cards, and Reed's filming it. We'll have it all come out. And as soon as it's over, I'm like, oh. Eddie goes right in his bag and goes, okay, let's do this box now. It's a $20 box of baseball cards.
That was the joke, Mike. It was the joke to make everybody laugh
Like,
a little bit.
If Kevin lost $1,000 on roulette, I ain't making a joke. I'm like, that sucks. Let's just go.
Well, just kick him in the nuts, Eddie.
Exactly. and so then Reed moves the camera over, and they start recording, and I'm like, like, just give me a minute, man. Just give me a minute. And it was a total loss. But what I'm going to do is, in my bag, I kept the one Amari auto card that I thought was going to be a LeBron for a second, because we just saw autograph on it. Anyway, so I was pissed at Eddie for like 5 seconds. But that I'm going to make it into a necklace. And it's going to remind me.
The Stoudemire?
Yeah. I'm going to put a hole in it.
Like hold you accountable?
I am already accountable. And I never go deeper than what I'm okay with losing. I've been gambling my whole life.
So why were you mad at me?
Well, because in that moment, right when you lose.
You were okay with losing it.
No. I'm not okay with losing it. I'm okay with the idea of I might lose if I do this, or I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
There's a difference. At the time, it's a punch in the balls. Even if it's not that, even if it's the whole day at the casino, you're like, oh, I just lost. You don't want your buddy being like, ha ha ha, sucker.
Yeah.
No,
it's like the Cowboys losing.
And somebody
playoffs
immediately
and then
calling you and being like, yes, how you feel about that, idiot?
Oh, that's
Told you.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
That speaks loud.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
It's not me sending you a video of like next week's matchup.
Yeah.
Hey, guess who's in the NFC Championship next
Yeah.
week?
I see that.
So I'll make me a little necklace out of them, but I'll put a hole in it. Just gonna remind me
That
if you're gonna play the game, sometimes it's not gonna work out, and don't play the game if you're not okay with the worst possible scenario. So, and I'm okay with that. And I was hour and a half later, I was back to normal.
fully back? Were you fully back an hour and a half?
Oh, you're fully back now.
I'm not fully, I'm reliving it in my head. I don't think about it anymore. Like, I'm beyond that. But now that I relive it, and remember Eddie doing a little Three Stooges bit, okay, time to open this $20 box of cards. Because people had gathered around, and I was just like, oh, just so deflated. I'm going to make a little necklace. I'm going to wear it. It's like, remember, you got in that game, and you're okay with it. You don't like it. You're okay with it. Don't bite off more than you can chew. But keep biting as long as you know you might chew something pretty gross sometimes. But they're going to be big wins, too. Like, I've had some big wins.
Would you buy another one of those boxes?
Yes. The problem now is I'm not sure that thing wasn't CT scanned. And there's no way for me to know it wasn't. So that's where my head is now.
Which is crazy that people do that.
I do got to say the wrapping on it was like, it almost looked too good. Like, it was so perfect. Like,
No, it was sealed.
I know the seal, though. I imagine like there'd be something like.
No, it was sealed. And here's how you tell the difference in the seals. If they're still sealed with the actual brand, that's how you know it's not been messed with. There are some places that will pull the seal. Like, this is Upper Deck. And you saw the Upper Deck on the actual seal. So
that was on there?
That was on there.
Okay.
And all the boxes. They're perfectly sealed, which is why, Reed, you thought they were, well, perfectly sealed.
They're just perfect.
Yes.
Never mind.
But that one shook out in a way that I didn't find to be my favorite. But if you're going to play the game, if you're going to go hard and take big risks, sometimes you're going to lose badly. But other times, you're going to freaking dominate. That's how I've lived my whole career. That's how I lived my life. It sucked for a minute. Eddie made a bad decision.
Yeah, bad
I got
decision.
pretty pissed.
I regret that one.
But it was only like 10 seconds of pissness. And then I moved on. Because I realized he wasn't doing it to like
No.
poke me. But then I thought to myself, would I have done that to him at a casino if he'd lost big on
Probably
No,
not.
I wouldn't
Probably
have. I'd have been like, oh man, let's just get out of here.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. So
I said sorry, man. Whatever. Put my head down. I even like rubbed your shoulder. Sorry about that. And then I saw the crowd. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool. They're still here.
Everybody-
that would be funny.
everybody was watching me. I mean, the crowd gathered to watch me break this
Yeah.
card. And one by one, Stojakovic, mother.
You did get 3 autos out of that one, right? Or 2?
No, I got
Two
like a
autos?
Bogans
Yeah.
who like works at the post office now.
That's
No offense,
crazy, man.
No offense, but Keith Bogans, I think it was, if that's his name.
Those card people though, they bank at that thing.
Dude.
People that sell those boxes and cards, God, they make so much money.
But you think that because you're only seeing the money that is being spent. There's a lot of times where they buy those boxes and they are not able to sell it. Again, if they were just banking, everybody would be doing it.
Well, there were hundreds of vendors there and lots. I mean, so many.
Right, but you go to a flea market, there are hundreds of vendors there. You're like, man,
Yeah.
they're just banking. If it were so easy to bank, everybody would be banking. I'm sure there are many people there that took a lot. Those booths cost $3,300 just to have a booth.
Oof.
So unless you sold enough just to break even, so everybody, it felt like everybody's banking. It's like your friends who gamble all the time. You're like, man, they win all the time. No, they just don't talk about their losses. So that's the update. It sucked. Live to fight another day. I can't wait to fight another day. But
I'm not going to be there. When you fight another day, I'm not going to be there.
But that
dude.
box, though, could be a $150 box for you. And you have the same exact story and feel the same exact way, right? It's all relative.
Oh, yeah.
It's all relative.
Yeah, I get
And
it.
for me, I just want to be transparent about what it was. But if somebody was like, I did it with a $100,000 box of cards and they had a whole lot more money, I'd feel the same way, right? There's a tough one.
What was the coolest thing you saw there?
Me getting the F out of that city after I lost.
I mean, I think
It
we
felt
all
like
felt the
losing
same
a
way.
home game. It felt like losing an away game. Like I go to watch Arkansas play, and it's like, oh, we just got rocked in Athens, Georgia, by Georgia, and I'm here at the stadium. I want to be gone immediately. I hate everything about this place. I hate the color of Georgia Bulldogs. I hate Georgia. I hate Athens. I hate the infrastructure of every city. I just need to get back home. And I really don't, but in that time, that's how I felt immediately after that. Like, guys, let's go. Let's get out of here. I hate everything. I hated Casey. He's not even there. He's from New York, though. I hated Casey, who's a new guy.
Yeah, my bad.
I don't remember your question.
Don't worry about it. We're feeling the same way, dude. We wanted to get out of there too.
But I would go back.
Yeah. It deflated all of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
Well, we spent 2 days too, like building it up, and doing interviews about it, and yeah. But I'm not done. Let's go, baby. Let's get back in the mix. If there's ever a oneer that makes me a doner, I shouldn't have done the oneer. Because I should never.
You get that tattooed.
I should never be risking it all on one bet.
Yeah.
Of whatever it is that takes me completely out of that world. That's going all in every hand. I'm not doing that. Taking big swings sometimes, baby. And sometimes they hit. Most times they don't.
Yeah.
But you need it to just for a couple of those swings if they do. I saw a box of like 86 maybe tops. It was Jordan's rookie card up for sale in Golden Auctions for like $86,000.
Oh.
And it's a box of them. And still sealed. The CT scan thing screws me a little bit, but those are only for things that protrude for the most part out of cards. It's hard to tell each card if they're all flat. So I don't really worry about that as much. But one Jordan that's rated a 6, it's like $20,000, $30,000. You get one rated at 8 or a 9, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you also don't know if anyone's going to be in that box. And what it does, hey, look.
He's glowing again.
I'm going to be honest with you.
He's glowing again.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like when I lose big, it motivates me. It motivates me.
I see it in your eyes.
It does. It does. It motivates me. But that was that situation. That's the update. And that one sucked. It was a tough one.
Sorry, man.
You inspired Reed, though.
Yeah, I'd give a couple boxes of cards.
Yeah.
You did what?
Yeah. I got a couple boxes of cards.
Cool.
Yeah. I
We
didn't.
already talked about this, Reed.
Yeah.
How'd that turn out?
I mean, not too great.
Okay, cool story.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. He said,
The Wemby cards. You were looking for a Wemby card.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I should get
Yeah.
a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple Wimbies.
I did a
Oh,
bit.
okay.
I did a bit on Sports Cards Nonsense podcast because Mike, who's their host, there's two guys on that show. He got sick, wasn't able to come to New York. So I've been a guest on that show once, and I know the other guy who guested on our show Friday.
Jesse.
And Jesse was like, "Hey, can you come up?" And I was like, "If Mike's not here, I can do whatever you need me to do." Because Jesse was doing a public podcast with him and Mike. I don't know if they'd ever done that, and then it's just him.
That's tough.
And I'm like, "Dude, I'm here for you. Whatever you need." He goes, "Can you do the whole podcast with me?" I was like, "Sure, but I don't know cards to the point of being an expert in them. I know how to buy really expensive ones and lose. Like, that's my thing." And he's like, "All right, cool." So we got up, and the Grant Williams thing had just happened that day because we did ours the day after the Grant Williams thing happened, where he opened it. And so we had a guy on with us as well who owned a card shop, Mojo Breaks, and he's telling the story. And I was like, "What do you have at your table right now that's like high end?" And he goes, "I don't know." Sends us a guy to get it, brings back the $1,000 box of whatever. And I'm on the podcast. You guys weren't even there for this one.
No.
It's $1,000. And I was like, "Okay, I'll buy it. Let's open it here on camera." And so there's a camera over the top, one of the big podcasts that are going right down on the box, and you open it just one at a time. All garbage. Gave them to a kid.
That was the day before.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good time. But if you're out with a oneer, something about Dunner. I forgot about the other part of it, but it was good earlier.
Yeah, the tattoo. Dang.
Yeah, I don't remember. Dang, it's got the tattoo.
Didn't you get one? And then you got one with Zach, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we did that one. That sucked, too.
Oh, my gosh.
We split that
I
one.
wasn't going to bring it up.
No, you could because we have that one, too. We'll have put out. We split a $10,000 box. We got them into 8,000.
Yeah.
So it's 4 each as a garbage.
Hit the music, Mike.
But a wise man once said, if you're going to play in Texas,
You gotta have a fiddle in the
band.
band.
God dang it. If I don't have the fiddle right now, it's going to be back in the band soon enough. There's one thing I don't do is stop.
Oh, Bo.
Oh, we're not done. Turn that music down.
Oh, my gosh.
Turn that music down. All right, let's do this commercial real quick. Okay. Hey, speaking of betting, and then we'll wrap, but I did mid-game last night. Bet
Last
on
night.
the Fever. Yeah, I was
Oh.
watching Indiana Fever.
Got it.
They were, I think, up 1 or down 1, but they were plus 1.5 because Seattle's really good. Seattle's like 4th overall in WNBA. And I do have the WNBA Sunday ticket. So
I was gonna ask what channel that was on. Got it.
that actually wasn't, I went to Sunday ticket. It's not called that. It's called the League Pass. But I do have it only to watch Caitlin Clark. And I went to that and the game wasn't on there. So then I realized it was on national TV.
Oh.
So I went to YouTube TV and watched it, maybe on ESPN or something. And the Fever ended up running them. I mean, it was awesome. So halfway through, look at my betting slip here on DraftKings. I bet on the Fever plus 1.5. I bet $700, and so I hit for $1,300. So
Nice.
pretty good little sale. So I took that $600 Winnie. It's called a Winnie.
Winnie.
And I bet $500 of that $600 Winnie on the Fever to win it all.
Oh.
Now they're like 9th. No, I think they were 8th yesterday. They were in the playoffs, maybe 7th. But they're starting to play really well. They got some days off. The hardest part of their schedule was the first half of the year. And listen, New York, the Liberty are awesome. You follow Liberty?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not as much as I should.
They're like, I don't know anything about WNBA, dude. If you're hearing me talk, I don't know crap.
Dang, they're 23-4.
Yeah, they don't lose.
What?
Yeah, they're awesome. They're the number 1 team. But the Fever, Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark starting to be on. But if my $500 bet happens to be a winner, it's $18,000.
Dang.
I'm taking swings, boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm taking swings, boys. But that's only my winnings I'm using.
Sure.
there.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
free money.
Yep.
Any other thoughts?
Nah, man.
No.
Nah, dude.
But I got to make my Amari card into like a necklace now.
What what kind of chain?
I don't know. Least expensive one I can find. I lost a bunch of money.
Lanyard.
Lanyard is
Are you gonna just hole punch it, or are you gonna do like a
Well,
glass case?
I thought I would like hole punch it at first, just the card, because I don't care if the card messes up. But then the card's big, so I might actually cut some of the card off, so it's not just so big. Just
Yeah.
keep that Amari Auto, and
Just a reminder.
It's a reminder. And
memento.
sometimes I don't even know what I'm being reminded of. Sometimes I look at it and I go, well, that's a sucky day.
You'll remember this one.
But sometimes it's like, I'm wearing this because I'm not a one-or-doner. And I forgot what I said earlier.
We'll put it back.
Or even why I was reminded of making that necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. But anyway, that's it. I think we're going to call it. Anything else you guys want to say? Eddie?
Oh, man. Just sorry, dude. Sorry about your loss.
I'm over that.
Then you don't have to make a necklace.
No, I'm over that with you.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah, well, sorry about that,
For
too.
me, it's like
Yeah.
never stop taking big swings. That's what the necklace reminds me of. Don't stop taking
There
big
you
swings.
go.
Don't let one bad, oh God, terrible day
It's a bad one.
keep you from having another great day. And also, don't jump in if when you jump in, it's going to be so bad you can't get out.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrible too. I can get out. I'm perfect. I'm right here. Look at me. Look how happy I am. Can't be happier.
You look happy.
Look how happy I am. Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you guys for being here today. Eddie,
You're welcome, man.
Your final thought was what?
I don't remember, dude.
Cool. Nice.
I don't have one.
Kevin?
We saw a lot of athletes and stuff. Talked about that last week with Tom Brady, of course. But I did see Halle Berry Thursday night.
We
Which
heard
was-
you saw her in the hotel.
which was pretty cool, especially because obviously it was unexpected.
Did you not go
And-
talk to her? You didn't want to go talk to her?
No, I should have though, huh? It was her birthday. She was celebrating. She wasn't with that many people, huh, Reed? Like 4 or 5 maybe?
I thought it was only 2 dudes.
No, and then she sat down at the table. There was like 4 or 5 people there.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
But that was pretty cool.
Are you sure it was her?
1000%. Because then I looked up her Instagram, that story. Like she was wearing exactly what she was wearing that night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Eddie and I went to dinner with Rich Eisen, my agent.
That was epic.
It's pretty awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Reed, anything you want to say?
I got a couple of the Caitlin Clark collection boxes and didn't really know what I was buying. And so me and Eddie broke them in the car ride while I was taking him home. We were like, there's a Caitlin Clark.
They're all, aren't they all?
I know.
They're
yeah,
all Caitlin
we didn't,
Clarks.
Yeah, I didn't
One of them,
look
it's
at
like
it.
Caitlin when she was like 8 years old. I'm like, dude, throw this one
I
away.
didn't look at it. I didn't look at it.
Reed gets a necklace.
Stupid.
I really thought, though, as soon as I opened one, I was like,
Yeah,
it's a
but-
Caitlin
I know.
Clark!
We were like, yeah. And then it's like, wait, there's another one. It's a Caitlin. Stupid.
Yeah, those are all Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Did you get any numbered, though?
No.
Auto?
No.
No numbers, no autos, 2 boxes, nothing.
2 blaster boxes, though, so it's not,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
not
bit
crazy.
different. Casey, do you collect cards at all?
You know, I don't. I had my Pokemon card phase back
Yeah.
in the day, but that's about the extent of my card collecting knowledge. So he was saying like 6 and 8 with the Jordan thing. I didn't really know what that was.
Don't
Don't
learn.
worry about it. I was just like,
Stop now.
Don't learn. I've only, like, in the past year, become pretty obsessed with the hobby. And one
Yeah.
thing, Casey, you'll learn about me, I know you're new to being around here. I tend to get obsessed with things and go all in
yeah,
as hard as I possibly
go
can.
big or go home, man. You know?
And I go home a lot. But then I come out of that home ready to fight for another day.
There you go.
So, yeah. All right, everybody. Well, have a great day. We'll see you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I believe, is our college football preview show. Correct. And this will be a rare 3-episode week. So Wednesday will be a college, and we'll have a new episode on Friday as well. Thank you guys, and we will see. And by the way, my GoFundMe for my cards. Yeah, thank you guys. Please follow at Bobby Bone Sports. Casey will slowly be a bigger and bigger part of the show. This is the first time you sat at a microphone, though.
Yeah. I feel
Look at the growth.
Good job,
Dang.
man.
Last week he
Fancy
sat in a
over
chair
here.
with a
Yeah.
random corded microphone.
Right.
Now he's at its real
Stepping
seat.
it up.
I got to go get some allergy shots, so we'll see you guys in a couple days. Bye, everybody. Blow it, Eddie.
Hold it. Hold it.
All right, bye, guys.
There you go.